Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Saturday evening, or whatever happens to be in your time zone. I'm sectoral leader Cody.
And I'm Cody. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Congratulations on getting first Omega, and welcome on in. Also, welcome on in to anybody who may have arrived here on a lurk. You know, once a week feels too little for stream frequency. And the other weird part is, like, you know how, like, one of my reasons for cutting down on streams is because it's too hot? Well, apparently the summer heat got lost at some point. I think it's currently lost in eastern Canada and most of the central to west US. Sorry, what? Central to east US. That appears to be where the heat went and got lost. Meanwhile, in the prairie regions, there are some areas under a frost advisory. And down in the southwestern corner, above 1,600 meters, there is a snowfall warning. There's also some rainfall warnings down there too, but welcome to the first day of summer? This is a very weird arrival, Summer. I could like, where are you? Where are you, Summer? Also, where's all my thunderstorms? So we were getting, like, thunderstorms every couple days, and now we got this. To be fair, we do still have a chance of a thunderstorm today. It's just not that amazing compared to the other days. A pretty low chance. I believe it was like 21%. There's some pretty crazy storms happening in parts of northern Ontario right now with a couple cells that look like they're tornado capable, and but severe thunderstorm watches and warnings not acknowledging tornado risk at all, despite there being an obvious hook and rotation. So hopefully Environment Canada will pick up on that and inform people properly. But in the meanwhile, while they're doing who knows what, I know our team is keeping polygons on there just to keep everybody informed. But that's that. Now, there has actually been a few small little changes for the stream, and there will be pretty welcome changes. The Thunder Redeem has had 2 additional Thunder variations added, and 2 additional rare variations of Thunder added. The rare ones are either long or they're jump scary, so yeah, we got that. That has also been applied to the Thunderstorm Redeem. Not to be confused with the Thunder Space Storm Redeem. I need to find a different name and pattern for that. One's a seasonal throw, which you're not going to see right now because we're going to be doing Outbrk. I don't have the throwing software running during Outbrk. Also, my VTuber is not usually running during Outbrk. So, yeah, when we actually get right into Outbrk here, my VTuber will disappear for the time being. But Outbrk's not the only thing we're doing today. We also plan on coming back to some nukes because I want to get a successful investigation and banishment. The main issue that I tend to run into is that I take too long going wandering on around trying to clear the houses, and by the time I get them cleared, continuous hunts start happening. So let's see if we can get that successful. Let's see if I can even remember the controls. I'm gonna have to re-remember the controls. I use controller, which yeah, it's like oh, you can just use mouse and keyboard. Yeah, mouse and keyboard. There's a button binding or two that I was having troubles getting to work, and I could get everything that I needed to work on controller, so I just went with controller. By the way, on the controller, this is a Switch 2 controller, by the way. The X and the B button are are the cycle buttons. Which, by the way, Fantasy Life does that too. Cycling between different spells. So, hey, maybe I'll be a little more used to that now. So yeah, we got that in store for today. And I am hoping that we'll go on for roughly 5 or more hours. I say 5 hours, and we frequently end up going more than 5, so we'll see how that goes. As our dog continuously barks in the background. Woof, woof, woof. Alright. Now, before I get Outbrk launched, well, first of all, I need to make sure Steam's actually up. Otherwise, Outbrk will crash immediately upon me trying to load it. Steam. Hey, Steam. We're waiting for you. Ah, there we go. Okay, Steam is now up. Steam is a touch laggy. Oh yes, Krista does definitely know about date everything. That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted to stream on February 14th for the Valentine's Day special. But then the date ended up getting pushed to June, and that became a not happening sort of thing. So now I have to find out where the heck I can fit that in my schedule. I like planning things several months ahead, so... And I've already planned the next series that Krista's gonna do, too, so... yeah. I'm still planning this next season. I've got a rough idea of the games I want to play. I just now have to place them on a timeline and see where the heck I can fit them. Speaking of timelines, the archive will finally be catching up this next week here. I was having troubles with Dinobot yet again for like the 5th time or so, because apparently this time it's the Discord API that seems to have broken on it, and I can't log in and use my Discord account, so I can't create the deployment messages automatically. One thing after another keeps breaking with that bot. One thing after another. Oh yeah, apparently Supermarket Simulator got its full release a few days ago. But, yeah. Hey, maybe I'll stream it one day, but it's probably going to be a one-off if we do a Supermarket Sim stream. It'll probably end up being a one-off item. It's not... Usually when I put something into a series, it's because it has some sort of a storyline to go off of. Supermarket Simulator doesn't really have a storyline. It's a simulator game. It's sort of like City Skylines there. It's like, well, I guess technically that one could be a series. If City Skylines even allowed me to stream with it anymore. I think one of the mods I installed broke, and for some reason it causes City Skylines to not work when OBS is running. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not too worried about that one. I don't have any plans to stream City Skylines anytime soon, as fun of a game as that is. Boy, that was some wordplay. Okay, so Steam is running now. So my VTuber here, my VTuber is just going to give a wave, and then boop, disappear. I'm going to change the VTuber tag to faceless, just in case. It's not a very common way, but some people do like browsing streams by tags. And, yeah, don't want to confuse people. There's supposed to be a VTuber here. So, yeah, but when I'm running Outbrk here, unfortunately, I can't run Outbrk and the VTube software. Outbrk's development outlook did mention, though, like they're making headway on the optimization update, so I'm looking forward to the day that comes out. Also, not every development team can be like right on the nose with these development updates, but Outbrk's been doing a really good job at that. It's always on the last day of every month. They have a development outlook, and they're just like, hey, this is where we are with our game. Look forward to this. Sometimes they announce new things that you can expect, and yeah, it's really nice. Not every game has a development team that is punctual with their development updates and all that. All too often, a lot of early access games can go through like a 6-month hiatus without any communication on, oh, what the heck's going on now? or the updates are really far apart. That tends to happen too. Oh my goodness. Ace, welcome on in, or Enzo, I should say. I'm used to going by Enzo. Well, welcome on in, good to see you. And thank you for the water. I did bring a full thing of cold water, just so that I'm not last minute forgetting. We're just getting Outbrk started here. Whew. Thank you for that hydrate. If anybody else hasn't hydrated in a while, not a bad idea at all, especially considering almost half of the US is under a heat advisory of some sort. I will switch to Outbrk once it's fully loaded up here. Also, before I forget, OBS, I need to unmute the game layer. And because Outbrk does still have that glitch with the resolution here, I'm just going to set it there and then set it back. Return back here. And then I'm just going to macro us into the... wow, that loaded up right away. There we go. I hope things are going excellent over there. If you guys have not followed Aceless East yet, make sure you do so. Recent fresh affiliate. Focusing currently on Valorant. So yeah, feel free to drop that follow over there. If I'm not mistaken, they are not far away from the 50 follower mark. Now sure, affiliate is 25 now, but hitting 50 is still a pretty big milestone, and Twitch still has an achievement on that, and their build a community thing is still based on that too. So yeah, if you haven't done so, feel free to drop a follow. Oh, there we go. One of my one of my actions over the corner there stopped scrolling, and I was like, why are you not scrolling? I'll see, I love how my voice will sometimes hybrid into the voice that I use for when birds are speaking, like, rock! Xenoblade Chronicles 2 reference. Alright, what are we currently dealing with? Well, we've already got one cell that looks interesting. This one is interesting, but it's sort of in the northwestern corner, so I don't think we're going to get very much time with the storm actually inbounds. Why do I get a feeling this is going to target Hopfield? Just a feeling. Alright, let's get our engines started, and we're going to make our way over there. We are right beside a road that leads us right there, thankfully. RNG was in our favor for that. So, I'm going to do a little corner cutting. And we are on our way. This is a weather watch game. This is a storm chasing simulator. A great way to storm chase without the risk to your actual life if that you take by IRL storm chasing. As the disclaimer always says when you load in Outbrk, don't go chasing a storm IRL unless you know what you're doing. Also, dangerous partially. Yeah, it's still dangerous in game. But yeah, IRL storm chasing, make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you are familiar with storm structures and all that. Also, make sure you have a team. If you are the driver and you're really interested in weather, that doesn't bode very well. Ooh, what was that stutter? I thought they got rid of that. Well, it's still not as bad as the stuttering used to be. Don't solo queue storms. Nope. No, it's a good way to get distracted. And distracted plus driving equals not good. So yeah, and they didn't tell us when the update's coming out yet. They just said that they're in the final testing phase of the the quality update. Oh, let's slow down here. Ooh, we're gonna off-road a bit here. Oop. Oh man, that's some nice drifting. You think I played too much Mario Kart World, perhaps? This game new? It's about almost a year old. Almost a year old. Not a Tush game new. This game is not a Tush game, a Sectoral Captain. You might be thinking of a different one. That's our bot has a built-in butt spot like feature, so yeah, that'll happen once in a while. Sometimes it goes absolutely nuts. It has accidentally selected space as the word to replace, and the message looks like the message gets real garbled when that happens. Ooh, okay, we've got a hail core, and not really a good hook. I was sort of hoping a hook would develop out of this, but you gotta sell down here, so check the velocity. Broad rotation, nothing too amazing. What is this? Is that anticyclonic rotation? What is that? Is it getting stronger? Okay, if that forms a tornado, that's going to be weird. It's like the north side of the storm. It happens. It's not unheard of. Ooh, what a beautiful... Oh, that is a gorgeous shelf. Oh my goodness. And to think that they are going to be upgrading the visuals even more on this. It's all rocket science. Yeah, advanced knowledge of the weather is like rocket science. Like, my goodness. I love some of the shapes these storms take. It reflects storms in real life, too. Some of the storms that we get. We actually had a really tall storm here just last week. I think last week plus one day. Last Friday, yeah. We had a nice, really tall cloud. It was a very noisy storm, too. Lots of thunder from it. How close are we from a hail core? Oh, also, before I forget, let's turn the tornado antenna on. Not the right indicator. Gotta unload groceries. All right. Hopefully that goes well. Zooming in here. No wall clouds, no anything that you can take pictures of yet, so we're just going to give another check on the map here. We might need to move further south. It looks like we got a hook reforming once again, and it appears to be aiming for roughly around here. Hopefully we're not too close to the hail core, because then we'll have an issue with visibility if that's the case. And last week when we did some chasing, there were some interesting scenarios because we couldn't really see the tornado well. Mind you, last week we finally got wall cloud pictures. I was beginning to wonder if those even existed anymore. We also found out why wall cloud pictures might not be working, because they keep going behind the tornado when it's happening. Okay, we got our first tornado warning. Hold on, let me just... Well, first of all, I'm going to question why I'm going north. Why am I going north? Oh, I see what's happening there. We might not end up getting the chase because I end up going north for some reason. Ugh. Okay, let's get back down. Why? Why? Yes, the storm is over here. I'm just going to go the opposite way. All sorts of things that I'm doing in this simulator that you do not do when you're actually chasing storms, such as driving on the wrong side of the road. Which, by the way, is the correct side of the road in Australia, and in a lot of EU places, and in Japan, and everywhere except for North America and UK. Now, we do have to be a little careful with how we're approaching this storm. We are currently in a hail core. Wait, what? Really? Okay. We're gonna go here now. We gotta be careful though, because there are 2 points of rotation, and I'm not sure which one actually contains the tornado. It could be that the storm is going from the more forward part of the rotation and planning on jumping backwards where the actual hook is. Or it could be where the hook is the whole time. There's the tornado. Hello there. How are you doing on this fine day, Sir Tornado? Okay, we have a good idea of where it is now. Now we just got to get in position. We are ahead of it, fortunately. So we should be able to set up a intercept point. Whoop. Let's not off-road now. Headlights. Now, right about here, I'm just going to give a bit of a check. Okay, it is indeed still heading towards where we have selected. We're just gonna make sure that we get over there with a decent time. We're gonna stop right at the target that we left on here. And we should be able to get a good chase out of this. Okay, we're gonna urge and screech right around here. It is heading straight for us. This is actually a good spot. Okay. And now we are going to be polite to the tornado and give it some room. We're just going to go right ahead here before where the road bends because we don't want to wind up in its path anyways. Now, because of the angle it's going at, we probably should have just went the other way. But that's fine. We should be alright. It has enough of a northerly bend that we shouldn't have to worry about getting chased by the tornado. Okay, our probe is picking up on it. Okay, we got 4,800 so far, 5,100. Okay, okay. Still going. A little bit of RFD hitting it. Rear flank downdraft. We're going to keep an eye on the winds. We have a wind instrument on our vehicle too. And that'll give me a good idea of whether I'm getting too close or whether I am okay. Right now it says 49, 63. We're going to slow down here because winds are getting a little tight. 96. We're going to off-road a little to get away from its radius. 99. Okay, there we go. We're going back into we're back in the safe zone. Okay. We still got to recover our probe. The pickup value that you see in the corner of the map there, you don't get to keep that until you pick up the probe. Also, look at that power line it downed. You know, if we'd placed it a little further back, I think that would have been a direct intercept. Okay, now that we've reported it a second time, the benefits to reporting it. It tells you where the tornado is. So, we've got about this kind of a direction here. It's heading for the fuel station. That's going to be an interesting spot. I wonder if we'll be able to get an intercept there. We've got to catch up to it. Chasing it along this road may or may not be a wise idea. If we can get well ahead of it before we hit the Not this bend. The bend after this bend. Then we should be in good shape for another intercept. It's going strong. Here, we'll put on our wee woo. We'll put on our wee woo lights. All right. Oh my goodness. Whoop. Don't overcorrect the turn. Okay, we did get ahead of it just as we hit the bend here. So we should have an okay amount of lead time, I hope. That's quite the rotation. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Oh, good. Also, it is about to hit further ahead. Is it gonna hit the fuel station? Fuel stations are considered safe places, but they are not actually safe places if a tornado targets it. Okay, Oh, it changed directions. Well, we're gonna leave a probe here. Maybe we can get an indirect out of this. Or maybe we'll get a big zero out of it, but I'm not about to move further up the road and take the risk. Thing is, consequences to dying in this game is you get absolutely zero from your chase. So, you don't want to do that. Oh, we got something. Oh, we must have been just at the edge of that. Wow, that is moving fast now. The benefit to it moving fast is we can go right over here. We don't have to worry about the winds really that much because they're already gone. And we can just grab our probe now. Okay, that was a fair grade. It all depends on the value of the intercept. We're gonna try to go for here, but unfortunately the road network here sort of sucks, so we'll try. It's moving at a decent speed though, so we might not be able to get this one. And not the best road network. Now, in the previous big update for Outbrk, they did add an off-road vehicle, and who knows, maybe one day I will go for that. I choose this particular vehicle combination because I find fueling up the most annoying thing. So, high fuel tank capacity, I'm all for that. Like, when you're in the midst of action like this, having to deviate and refuel your vehicle is like, yeah. Like, that tornado, it's getting away! We need some pictures. We need some evidence so we can accuse this tornado. This corner's a little sharp, so I'm going to slow down for it. I've tried to cut it a few times, and it just doesn't work. You'll end up shooting off the road. My goodness. I hope everybody's time zone is going lovely so far. Whether it's day, whether it's night, whether it's eternal day, because, yeah, summer. It's summer. I know it's hard to believe for the prairie regions because there's frost advisories and there's a snowfall warning down in the southwestern corner of it, but, yeah, it's summer. Mind you, it's been summer for 21 days. I go by meteorological summer, which begins on June 1st. And the Southern Hemisphere also, for the most part, does seasons this way too. they go by meteorological seasons. Of course, their seasons are reversed because they're in the southern hemisphere, but also only temperate areas actually do the 4 seasons. Otherwise, you're going by different seasons. Ooh. Let's stay on the road here. Whoa! Oh. I didn't realize how close the tornado was to the path. Oh my goodness. That was not smart at all. Here, have another picture, tornado. Okay. Still a very clear hook. We're not going to be able to intercept it here. This is actually moving really fast. Do we have any other tornadoes? Look at the hail core down there. My goodness. It appears to be moving up for the highway here. Highways are a bit of a pain in the arse to chase on due to the road network, but let's see if we can pull that off. The tornado appears to be moving pretty fast, though, so not sure how many more chases we'll be able to get out of it. Looks like we might nick a hail core here. Which doesn't necessarily mean nickel-size hail. Actually, there's some games like this Gaia who actually have like a nick mechanic, and it's sort of like an anti-critical. It's a non-critical hit. It's worse than a normal hit, and yeah, it's like the opposite of a critical, where you just barely hit them, and it does reduce damage. Let's try to stay on the road here. Yeah, no. Oh, let's try staying on the road. No. No impromptu drift in here. Ooh. Goodbye, stop sign. Don't slap me later, stop sign. I will never forget that time when one of the stop signs in this game slapped me and didn't damage my vehicle. It went through my vehicle and slapped me. Stop signs in this game are very sassy. Is the tornado even happening still? There is a hook. I just can't see it. Maybe it's behind? What? Where did it go? Also, where's my wall cloud picture? I want a wall cloud picture. Whoa. Oh, I thought that was a lightning strike. That's just a pole. You can't get struck by lightning in this game. Yet. Wouldn't surprise me if that was added in later. Okay, our turnoff is incoming over here. Because I still see a hook on reflectivity, we're still going to go for it. Even if I can't see a tornado. Oh, hold on. We got a fungal cloud. Oh, sorry, it's a tornado now. It upgraded. Where's that one going? Are you heading straight for here? Not quite. Let's back up close to the intersection. Right about here. Okay, not quite here. We're gonna head a little further down this road here. Okay, let's stop about here. This is moving quick. We're gonna move ahead a little, and we're gonna go by this yellow bush, and we're gonna place it down. It looks far, but it is already hit close enough to be optimal. That is really fast, my goodness. Okay, we're gonna have to off-road. We're just gonna off-road to get out of the way. Ooh, we're getting some impressive... Oh my goodness, we're getting some impressive values out of this. Oh my goodness, over 8,000. Tornado bird, definitely, my goodness. That must have been close to a direct hit. I believe that it's considered an optimal intercept, because it did... I don't remember if it's 7,000 or if 8,000 was the threshold. Oh my goodness! Twergum, hello! Sending my Outbrk viewers survey. Oh my goodness, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Ooh, I better take some pictures of this tornado too while we're doing that. We got a really good intercept just here. And we can report it again. Excellent. Very nice. I don't... That's one of the better intercepts. Oh my goodness. True to the word. Welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm going to try to say your name right. Actually, you know what? It might be the actual letters here. Welcome on in, Swerg. Good to see you. Oh my goodness, and Aldera's coming in with a 6-month sub. Thank you so much, Aldera. Welcome on in, Fred the Cat. Good to see you. Good to see you, Brinker. Oh, don't mind the bot here. The bot will sometimes tushify messages. PT? Ah, PT. All right, that is much easier to go by. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm SLdr Cody. And it sounds like you guys were playing Outbrk. Oh, heck yeah. I hope your guys' chases went fantastic. So far, really good. This is our first chase of the stream, so things are going really good so far. We just got an optimal intercept, and we got a few decent ones, too. But this has been the best one of the 3 intercepts. It's going into the mountains now, so I'm a little hesitant to chase it.
Thank you.
Also, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. We do have anonymous follows on, so feel free to follow and lurk if you wish so. Tushbaz videos, yeah. Every once in a while. I think I have it set to every 10 to 50 messages or something like that. And thank you so much, BT, for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, welcome on in. For any of you less familiar, I'm SLdr Cody. I like to, I definitely like storm chasing games. Like, weather's right up my alley. So Outbrk is definitely one of my big favorite games. I also like to throw in some variety with some RPGs, and I like my creative games from time to time as well. Big Sexy, welcome on in, good to see you. The chases so far are going fantastic. This is the first chase of the stream, and my goodness, it has gone really good. We got 3 intercepts off of this one solid tornado. Oh my goodness. And yeah, thank you so much to everyone who's following. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's been a wonderful time, and yeah, I hope you got a lot of good chases. Here, let me just scroll up here just in case I may have missed a message. I know. Oh, wait, jeez, that's loud. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the follows. I appreciate it. But yeah, I hope the chases went really good. Perhaps even better than the chase I just did here. Currently saving up for a new vehicle. Oh, the one you have is really slow. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Especially in this scenario. This tornado was not exactly a slow one. It was moving pretty fast. It's in the mountains now, so I am hesitant to chase it because, yeah, I run into problems frequently when they're out in the mountains. Like in one case where it tossed a line of trees in front of the road, and I had to go all the way around to the other side. Even when I got out of the vehicle, I couldn't get past the line of trees because of the collision, so I had to go all the way around to pick up the probe. Oh, hold on, we can report this again. Let me do that. We can still get some credits for that. Yeah, we're saving up for the Dom now, too. I've upgraded the customized vehicle enough. Except for the windows, because I haven't gotten the window break achievement yet. It's really difficult to get. I've driven through some pretty intense hail cores, and all the times I've sustained windshield damage, but not enough to actually inflict the window break. Oh, it looks like the tornado's tyrants just stopped over here, so... Yep, it's continuing to move its way. Don't know anything about this, must take notes. There is so much... You know, that's another thing I really love about Outbrk 2, is... It teaches you to use, like, reflectivity here, and velocity. Smash. And there's some other products. Well, looking at the surface temperatures is pretty good, too. Taking a look at the energy gives you a good idea of whether storms are going to strengthen and weaken. There's a few EF5s that'll probably smash your windows. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to say I hope I run right into an EF5, but Outbrk is a really fun experience. Like immediately, so my first chase I didn't get stuck against a cement slab. My first actual chase, where I didn't get my vehicle stuck within the first 10 seconds, ended up being an EF5 intercept, and a successful one because I didn't want to be anywhere near it. It was huge. Has run into and flown out of a video. Oh my goodness. You got that achievement earlier? It's difficult. Like, my goodness. This was a fun chase. Let's get our vehicle fueled up. We're right beside a fuel station. We're gonna fuel up our vehicle, and then we're going to, well, we'll be ready for the next chase. I'm really looking forward to the optimization update for this game, too. If they optimize it well enough, I can actually run my VTuber. I usually have a VTuber run in as well. But because of the resources... Oh yeah, the timer is on. And actually, when the timer activates, you don't need to be at a fuel station to end the chase. So that's a nice little touch. Also, market. Wait, does this market have anything different here? Hard to tell. They have some pallets in the corner. That's why I've only been doing Twitch. The game pulls too many resources. Yeah, it's quite a bit of resources. But yeah, we're at a fuel station here, so it is safe to leave. Let's see what they... Oh my goodness, 302 kilometers an hour? Oh my goodness, that is pretty legendary. Also, between our 3 intercepts there, we got 16,880. That is really good. Vehicle damage 101. Ah. Oh, and the fuel thing, that's sort of... I guess that happens when you fuel up while outside of your vehicle and then you leave. It has something to do with when they apply the deductions. 187 miles per hour for Americans here. Yeah, so it's pretty intense. Have to dip. Have a great chase. Thank you so much for bringing everyone by. I really appreciate it. And yeah, have a good self-stream post-care or whatever you have to do afterwards. And we'll see you later. Jilly Bean, welcome on in, and I appreciate the lurk a whole bunch. Thank you so much for swinging on by. Alright, we're going back to the garage. I can still sort of hear a... You guys won't be able to hear it on the stream side, but I can still sort of hear the our weather team. They're doing a... They're currently tracking some severe weather
shoulders
over in... Oh my goodness, I was wondering where that was coming from. I didn't see anything in the activity feed for a bit. Twitch, what the heck? Thank you for the stretches, and so I appreciate it. Oh my goodness, I definitely needed that. That was a lot of pops. Oh my goodness. Whew. Yeah, thank you so much for that. If anybody else hasn't stretched in a while, then I highly recommend doing so. I'm just going to get out of the menu here. The menu seems to use a little bit of extra resources for some reason. Okay, there we go. Now, I typically do solo chases. This is mostly because I don't tend to go into, like, public lobbies and rooms and that because, well, you know, there's always the, there's going to be, like, the odd person. It's like, I'm not sure if I want to deal with the odd person who's a troll or anything like that, so. Now, we're just going to wait for our atmosphere to start up. Okay. Okay, I like the setup. We've got one supercell here, a possible supercell entering rendering distance. No hook yet. A little bit of broad rotation, nothing organized. Oh, the dew points are... Oh, these dew points are... Ouch. Yikes. Okay. Not very good dew points in this scenario, so... I guess we'll have to... Oh, wow. Okay, not all the ingredients are in place for this, so... We'll have to see how this plays out. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. There is a possibility this one could be a bust. We'll have to see how it plays out. So far, it's got a nice structure to it. Explain what this means. Oh, okay. So, significant weather has a few ingredients that are required. So, this is a cool structure and all, but in order for storms to continue to strengthen or maintain their strength, first of all, the dew point, which is the green text underneath the red text. The red text is the temperature, the green is the dew point. Dew points for severe weather, typically in an ideal scenario, are in the mid-teens and higher. This is on the Celsius scale, by the way. What's that in Fahrenheit? The math in my brain is currently not working very much. I think that's like 50-something Fahrenheit. These are the kind of temperatures that you want at the minimum for a dew point. There needs to be some moisture in the air. We've got ML Cape, which is... putting it generally, this is the amount of available energy for the storm to work with. Yeah, 50-something. The math in my head is currently not in precise mode right now. Right now, it's sort of like general. This is the amount of available energy. It starts on a scale from like bluish here. It goes up to green, yellow. It goes to orange and red too, but this scenario does not have that. And then from red, it can go to purple to white, which that's a lot of energy. It's measured in Canada. It's measured in joules per kilogram. Actually, I think that's universal. I think even the US does joules per kilogram. Locked into the game. Keep it that way. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this game is a lot of fun. And like I said, you get to do the chasing without having to take IRL risks. And I'm actually trying to not take dangerous risks in the game too, because like I said earlier, if a tornado tosses you and you can't take the fall damage, then your earnings are 0. Your chase is over. Alright, let's see how this storm... It's still good. You know what? Despite the environment looking limited, this has a hook. So, see this little protrusion coming out of the storm here? That is a hook echo. IRL chasing, I only do it with non-tornadic storms. I tend to be cautious as soon as a tornado is involved. I tend to be cautious around it. I've seen tornadoes before. I've done my fair share of driving, and it has sometimes involved, incidentally, not intentionally, going near supercells, which has resulted in me seeing the odd tornado. We've got rotation, so we've got... This is towards the radar. This is away from the radar. Green towards radar, red towards radar. The more intense the color, the more intense the winds. We've got somewhat intense winds, and we've got sort of intense winds against one another. Right. So this is a indication of rotation, and organized rotation. Tornado equals disconnect character heart. Yeah. Disconnect tush heart. Yes, tush heart too. Jazz, welcome on in. So we're gonna try and break nukes like Fool did. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, we'll find out soon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we need to get an intercept set up on this. This might be too close to the highway for us to do it. We're going about this way. So, it looks like this is the road I want to be on. But we're going to see. Had to. Oh my goodness. Oh, we do have ads coming up in a minute here. So just a heads up. Every hour, we run 3 minutes of ads to whisk away the pre-rolls for an hour. Because pre-rolls are stinky, and their length is random, and also it delays people being able to check what the channel's all about. Oh, we got a hydrate. Let's make sure we get that hydrate in. Welcome on in, Pixie. Good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Whew. Oh, ads don't even provide much money. If I had the option to totally shut them off, I would. Let's make sure we go the correct way, though. We don't want to make that mistake. It makes it a little more difficult to intercept stuff if we take the long way. Welcome on in, Pixie. I hope you're having a lovely time zone so far. We've got a shout out going out for Pixie. Make sure you guys are following. Pixie is really good at Dead by Daylight. Like, that's her main game. And very community oriented. Also, throws in a little Phasmo on Sundays. Wait, what? Oh, what? Oh my goodness. What is going on with all these tushes? Yeah, formerly Enzo. Yeah, Pixie is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun over there. DBD's a main game too. Oh my goodness, you'd have an awesome time over in over at Pixie's. Yeah, there's lots of DBD going on over there, and I know DBD recently got a pretty big update. New killer, new map. Like, it sounds like a fun time. I'm not a PvP person myself, but it's a lot of fun to watch that game being played. I think we're going to take a right turn down the next road here. Oh, yeah, headphone warning for the screams. Okay, from Tokyo Ghoul. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they got quite the variety. Yeah, the Five Nights, they added some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff over there, so I'm sure a lot of you are really happy about that. It's not really a series that I follow too much, but I know of a lot of people who adore that series. Oh, we got a little swerve in the road. It looks like it gets narrow. Oh. I'm remembering that section in... Oh. What was the racetrack called? I think Peach Stadium, where the road gets really narrow. And you're like, oh goodness. Oh goodness, I'm going off the road. Oh, let's make sure that the rotation doesn't change direction. It looks like it is. It also looks a little more broad. It doesn't look focused anymore. They just dropped a new Five Nights at Freddy's game. Oh! Oh my goodness. It's a Storm game. Yeah. I like my Storm games. And like I said, I do like my RPGs. And we are going to be playing Nukes a little later today, too. I'd say in about a couple more hours, like at 9, we'll change to that. Oh, yeah. And in case any of you were curious on the schedule, I am a very schedule-oriented person. During the off-season, I stream every Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And I make sure I'm consistent about it. I usually give really good notice if it's changed. I do my best to change it on the Twitch schedule, but I manage the same schedule on 3 or 4 different sources, so every once in a while I accidentally miss one. But yeah, I do my best to keep up with that. Sometimes we swap out to Thursday afternoons, but usually it's Saturday evening. Now, in August, I might change that because I'm actually becoming a big fan of Thursday afternoon. But until then... Oh, hey, look at that. The ads are now over. So it was probably a bad time to tell you when I usually stream, when some of you may be getting ads injected into your ears. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Mountain Daylight Time, I guess, if you want to specify. Motherly Soup, welcome on and good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely time zone so far. We are vibing with some Outbrk, doing some storm chasing. Tush. Ah, yes, tush. Oh my goodness, that's happening pretty often. What is the, hold on. Let's do a little variable inspections. Add injection, yep. That's what it seems like right now. Change my motherly to tush. Oh my goodness. Imagine if it hybrid more words. It'd actually be able to craft some butt names like Buttspot used to do. Tushbot got zoomies, yeah. Let me see here. Do I have the minimum and maximum counts? They should be somewhere on my variables list here. Oh, it says 5 to 50. I thought it set it to 10 to 50. Okay. Well, I'm glad I know that now. We do have a tornado warning on this particular cell, and I'm almost certain that this is where it is. So let's take a look at where this is going. It appears to be going... Ooh, this might be a little tricky to chase. We're going to try for here. Don't we all? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's zoom down the block. Also, welcome on in, Auntie! Good to see you. It took my brain a few moments, so it's like, oh yeah, Auntie is here. Like, acknowledge message. And then just register. Okay, Brain, thank you. Thank you for processing the letters. Eventually. Blame the stream delay. Blame the Brang delay. Oh, hey, we might be able to get a picture here. Apparently... Oh, wait. Oh, this is... hold on. This is a little messed up. Oh, it's really, really far away. My goodness. What spot I had beef with Toast Fiber, watch out. That's funny. It's a built-in function. Like, the bot that I have here fills out that function, but it fills out a lot more things. There's a lot of commands. I actually have... I have a website, and it has a page with the command guide on it. I don't... Did I deploy the updated sheet? Well, the updated sheet barely changes anything. Basically, the Thunder Redeem has 2 new clips of thunder that I grabbed from some of the storms we had this weekend, and 2 rare clips from one of those storms. Actually, I believe that was a storm that happened on Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? Oh, wait. This is not the intersection we're looking for. We are looking for... Yeah, we're looking down there, and then we're going to go to this bend here, and we're going to see if this tornado is actually heading our way. If it isn't, then I'm going to have to set up an intercept. We're roughly around here. But I'd love to get multiple out of this. Fireblood has allowed me to get real advanced with some of this stuff. Like one of my favorite redeems, the red button, which might not be available right now. I don't think it's available while my VTuber is off, but it'll become available when we switch to Nukes. Nukes runs well enough that I can... Ooh, okay. Is this heading towards? It's really hard to figure it out. The debris signature appears to be... It's really hard to tell because it's so ropey right now. Okay, map update, where are we going? Where is this tornado going? We are apparently very close to the center of the tornado polygon. Okay, it's very slowly pointing over here. I don't know. It still says good, so it's still far away. Here we go. Now we can definitely get a vector out of this. Okay. We might not get an intercept off of this road. We might need to take a different road. Bottom Shorty, welcome on in. Good to see you. And I hope things are going fantastic over there. Yeah, it's still the weekend for everybody. So yeah, I hope your weekends are going good. Welcome on in. We're going to intercept on the longitudinal road, and that should get us a better intercept. This road only goes north so much. Let's do a corner cut right about here. I think I forgot to turn the antenna on. It starts off by default for some reason. Don't worry about it. Woke up from a nap since the hot weather is bad. Ah. Understandable. Yeah, it's like almost half of the US is currently under a heat statement of some sort. So, oh, and I hear that the UK is also, or parts of Europe are also not exempt from this. So, it's not just the US. Also, southern Canada is under some heat statements as well. Oh! It's not moving. That means it's moving towards us. Oh, sorry, no. It's moving a little towards the south. Maybe we'll just bump ourselves just a little south here. It might do a double direction change. Hot weather's no joke. No, it isn't. And that's why it is very important to stay hydrated. Lots of hydration. Shade is your friend. Shade is definitely not a Phasmo ghost that is waiting for you to leave the room to hunt you. Nope. Now, because this is so far away, it could shift direction on us. It did shift direction a little, but it didn't shift direction too much. The ones that bother me are the tornadoes that suddenly decide, oh, we're gonna go straight north. Like, this one is repetitively deciding that it wants to go further and further north. It could, because heat stroke, sunburns, sweat. Yeah. Yeah, having a cool place is really important. Our bodies, our bodies can't we can only deal with heat to some extent. I think I'm going to set the probe up here. Now, because we still have some distance, I'm going to keep an eye on it for now. But we're going to be ready to move if we need to move. It looks like it is very dedicated to the direction. It's very committed to the direction that it is currently going in. Okay. Now I feel we're going to back up. Also, other in your areas, since it's not hot in other areas. Well, when summer went over there, I think it forgot how to reach over here. Because we're mild. We're stuck in the mild range. In fact, in the prairie region, there are actually areas under frost advisories. Frost advisories. And in the southwestern corner, there is a snowfall warning. So it's really messed up right now. Our weather's messed up. And yeah, our temperature is pretty lower than usual, except on rainy. We've had a lot of rainy days, so that's actually kept our temperature down. We've also had frequent thunderstorms. Not frequent enough, in my opinion. I think there should be one thunderstorm every 2 days, but yeah, we've had some thunderstorms pretty often, including one really cool one, our most recent one, with 3 close lightning strikes and one that took out our power for about 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure it struck something on our power grid, and that caused the power to go out for a bit. Glad to know you have weather knowledge for if anything happens. Yeah, we've been keeping an eye on some things. Northern Ontario right now is that is our focus. There's a couple cells there. There are 2 particular cells that are troublemakers. They're doing hooks and all that fun stuff that tornadoes do. Speaking of tornado, this one is about to cross the road now, so why is it moving slow? You had better not be changing directions on me. Actually, hold on. Is it actually moving slow? It is moving a little slow. Okay. Our probe's picking up on some tornadic winds. It's looking a little skinny, this tornado here. We're at 4,700 right now. Maybe it'll go up. Maybe we'll get a rear flank downdraft. The backwinds of a tornado. Or maybe not. That's a pretty fun number, though. I like that number. 4747. It's like a slow ghost that Fulia had the one time, yeah, or a Dio. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna say it's safe to pick up probe then. It doesn't look like the backwinds really hit the probe. I think this one's gonna be a fair intercept because it's at 4,700. Oh, no, it's good. Okay. Take another tornado picture. It's really committed to that direction. You know what? This is actually really ideal. I like this. It's really easy to chase tornadoes that go in a singular direction with no change. So let's hope that that keeps it up. We're going to go to our next intercept point. This is also in the grid part of the map. The road network is really good here, so yeah, this is one of the best areas we can do a chase. We're gonna bring ourselves to the next intersection here. Okay, there it is. Ooh, okay. We're getting a little bit into a hail core over here. That's a nice, almost a nice corner cut. It's a one direction, easy to chase, get evidence from. Good storm tornado, yep. Yep, very glad. And yeah, I love that I chose this part of the map. The grid roads is where one of my first intercepts took place. That was where my EF5 intercept took place. And it was a east to west scenario. I'm not sure if I'm going to be traveling all the way to where my target is. Hold on. Yeah, probably. Also, apparently it's getting close. We might travel halfway through this rural block here. And yeah. Reminds me of the Tornadoes movies. The guy that had tornado chasers in it. Twister. Good old Twister. This is a little difficult to tell. I can't see the bottom part very well. I can see the debris signature, but that's about all I have to go by. Okay. Our target might be correct then. Reminds me of the Tush movie that had the Tush that had oh jeez. Oh my goodness. I don't know what sort of movie that is, but I don't recall seeing it. Oh. It just changed direction a little. We're going to report it again so we get an updated idea of where it is. Okay. Very slight direction change, but that slight direction change may be enough to warrant chasing it over here. Or maybe just further up this road. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Are you kidding me? It's doing a direction change now of all times. Neat. Neat. It's doing a direction change. Very cool. Okay. What we're going to do, we're on a grid road, so we got that benefit. We can just go up here. I feel it's going to be too close to the to this road here, otherwise I'd try to intercept it there. We're just going to give this corner a bit of a cut here. Yep. Very nice. Oh, we might have to deal with a little bit of visibility here. Not my favorite combination when we're intercepting a tornado. Let me just consult reflectivity. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with the hail core pretty soon here. Not the best scenario. But the hail core could be more developed, and that would be worse. Okay, it's still this way. Maybe we'll get to around this light post here. It's still very insistent on going north. Oh, we're gonna stop right around here. Hold on. Oh my goodness. This tornado cannot make up its mind. We're gonna go up to the next light post here. Time to spam wall cloud pictures? I wish. We're not getting any wall cloud pictures out of... Ooh, we better place this down now. Let me place it down. Booty Mage, welcome on in. We do have a tornado here. It's a little hard to see because it's sort of ropey right now, but... We're just going to back away as it gets closer to the road. And we're going to hope that it actually runs over the probe. It is very, very slowly moving towards the road. It will get there eventually, trademark. Hopefully it actually reaches there. I'd like to get something off of this intercept. Oh, there we go. It is now in range of the probe. Look at that debris signature. So yeah, even though you can't always see a tornado going from cloud to ground, if you got a debris signature like this, that's still a tornado. Hold on, it's moving a little close to here. We're gonna back away a little. We got, yeah, 95? No, it can't kidnap the probe, thank goodness. The probe is anchored into the ground. Looks like it just barely got the probe because it decided to head a little further this way. I'm glad we backed out because it got a little close there. It's getting a little close again. What is going on with this? Okay, there we go. Now it's far enough away. Let's collect our probe here and prepare for another intercept. Hopefully this tornado continues to move slow. So is a trailer. It did something there for trying to kidnap it. Trailers are pretty lightweight. And they have a much larger surface area. That's one of the big things that makes trailers easier to take away. Probes only have a tiny little surface area. What is this tornado doing? Oh, let me report this again. I'm really curious on its coordinates now. The probe's lightweight, but it has a much, much smaller surface area. Well, they're sort of lightweight. They've actually got a decent weight to them. But yeah, their surface area is much, much less. Yeah, the bigger it is, the more easier it is for a tornado to pick it up or knock it over. This tornado's moving slow enough. I might actually be able to... We might be able to pull off an intercept here. Hopefully. Now it's in my blind spot, which is lovely. This tornado is heading mostly north, so it should be relatively easy to get ahead of it. Another thing I'm not a big fan of is this road sort of bends, which makes a big difference. Yeah, it's getting bigger, my goodness. Is it heading straight this way? Not really. I think I'm just going to need to find the... oh, geez. Okay, well, the road network sort of becomes awful here, so... Actually, hold on. I might need to stick around here. It might change direction again. How did I know? Out of my way, light post. I can't even come back and intercept it because now it has suddenly decided that it's going to track this way. I could take some pictures and admire it. Time to go off-road, yeah. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to intercept this one a second time. Not at the rate it's going, at least. Alright. This would have been such a good intercept. Oh, hold on. The report expired. Let's report it again. Yep, it just swerved up here. Now it's going this way. ...101 kilometers an hour. Woo! Ooh, 119. Oh, let's get out of here. Winds are getting pretty bad. No pictures, only rain curtain. Yeah. Rain curtains do sometimes block the tornado pictures. Sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to head up this road here, and we're going to try to go for our next interception point here. We're going to aim for partway down this gravel road. That tornado's looking pretty big, so I really hope we can safely intercept this. If we can safely intercept this, we might be able to get some really good winds off of this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What direction is it heading right now? Jeez. Thank you, throat. Apparently it's heading straight for here. Apparently it is now not heading straight for here. Come on. Come on, don't rip me off. I want to direct on this. I'm very curious on the winds here. The only problem right now is that it was heading straight for us, and now it is not heading straight for us. It is actually heading for where I originally had the target. Why do I not listen to the target markers I placed down? I placed them down, and well over half the time, they end up being the correct spot to place them, and I don't place them there. It might change directions again. Also, it's getting less intense. Also, we just went into a ditch. And it's roping out. Cool. Neat. Well, let's take a look. Well, that's why it roped out, because there's barely a hook at all. Come on, you can do it. You can make it. You can make it. The probe's right here. You can do it. We have 2 pictures left. Apparently we've taken a lot of severe weather pictures, and it's gone. For now. Oh wow, the rotation became very broad too. Yeah, I don't have very much rotational support on this. Okay, this is the really cool part about when you can track a tornado straight down. You sort of get to see the path that it took. Like, it was going a solid direction for a while here. It sort of changed direction a little here. Then it decided it was going to go north. Then it decided it was going to go a little more eastward. And then it decided north again. I could follow the cell, but right now it doesn't look very promising. Like, even the storm structure here is not really... the scenario's about to end. Well, no wonder why. Don't really see a hook. I don't really see the right kind of structure. Alright, we'll just pick up this probe then. I thought that was hail that started falling. We can just leave the chase now, no matter where we are. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty decent picture. Our one intercept there. Our best intercept was 178 kilometers an hour. Pretty nice. 23 photos taken. 23 photos of tornadoes taken. 0 fungal. We tried to get a fungal picture, but apparently it became a tornado before we could do that, so... Yep. And 0 wall clouds, because wall clouds are very elusive. Which is definitely not relatable to real life. Scenario ended magically, all severe weather stops, yeah. Or at least all tornado scenarios magically stop. There's actually a weird thing that these storms also do near the radar, where they'll mysteriously dissipate in that too. And I feel like it might have something to do with how storms are evaluated by values on radar. And because it gets close to the radar, and radars can't really read upwards very well, it's their blind spot. The game, I feel like the game just thinks that it's dissipating or something like that, and I'm sure that's also something they're going to be addressing when they polish on the weather behavior. Because the way the weather systems behave, they're also probably in progress of changing it. Alright, what scenario are we going to be left with this time? Okay. So we've already got a severe thunderstorm. We don't have a very good structure. Alternatively, the storm spawned at the radar game. Oh, that's happened in real life a lot. Where the storms will just suddenly pop up near radar. It's like, ah, yes! I see this storm is a big fan of radar. Okay. A little bit of broad rotation. Not really anything. Maybe this is a hook? A little bit of a protrusion here, maybe? But the rotation's a little broad, so we might have to wait for a bit here before we can determine what would be a good idea to chase after. We do have a radar update coming up in a bit here. So let's see what this hook does. Okay. Yeah, it still looks hook-like. Rotation's still looking a little broad. We got a bit of opposing wind developing there. Alright. Imagine if we got wall cloud pictures. I know they're not extinct now. Last week's stream proves that wall clouds did not go extinct. They do get a little buggy when there is a tornado in the same image, though. It becomes a little difficult. No, we can stay in the vehicle. We're about to get another update now, and the hook doesn't look as good. Rotation's still looking very broad. Let's take a look at some of the parameters here. Dew point's good. The dew point is good right now. We got mid-teen dew points. Elbow energy. Yeah, we got a decent amount of available energy. Enough for a decent weather system to form off of. You pretend to understand it or read radar instead of reading instead of seeing splotches. Yeah, radar reading is definitely a skill, and it definitely takes a little to develop it. When it comes to reflectivity, you've got your sort of light blues here, light rain. And you're going into the green zone. The rain gets a little more intense. You've got your moderate rainfall rate. That was a cool little bolt of lightning I saw in the background. Is that rolling lightning? I love that. Yellow to orange is getting into the moderate, heavy-ish range. When you hit red, you're getting into really heavy rainfall, dark red as well. When it starts to turn into pink, that's when you begin to experience hail. It usually results in seeing hail. Then it starts going into the purple zone, which is large hail. And then when it gets well into purple territory, it becomes a bright blue. When you're looking at radars in real life, you actually don't see this very often, but it has happened from time to time. That's when you're talking about really big hail. Like hail that'll create some pretty nasty damage on windshields. Oh, I thought reflectivity was rain and or debris. Reflectivity is usually rain. There is different reflectivities that are designed for like mixed precipitation, snow. And those tend to use a different color scale. But since we're storm chasing here, that's not really a thing in this game. Now, velocity. When reading a velocity chart, or at least this particular chart, green is towards a radar. Red is away. So right now we got the winds flowing this way here, towards the radar, and then when it hits around here, it is from here it's going away from the radar. So it changes color. It changes color gradually. Now, if you start seeing, we might need to chase this pretty soon. If you start seeing little pockets of wind going the opposite direction, really close like this, that can indicate rotation. Now, we're going to take a look at where this is in the storm. It's sort of inside the hail core, so I don't think this is tornadic. This might be tied to hail core. There's a little bit of a hook here, so keep an eye on it. If the rotation might also just, it might shift closer to the base of the hook, and that is when we should probably be chasing that. What direction is this moving in case we do need to move? In case we do need to chase it. We won't hit that road on time, so here. Which is unfortunately sort of in a hail core, so this might be a tricky one to chase. So we're going to want to get ourselves onto the highway then. Also, it's already dark, so we're going to headlights, we're going to wipers a couple times, we're going to turn on antenna. There is a separate kind of radar for detecting debris signature. It is a little tricky, though. Can the hail crack your windshield? Yes, it can. Can tush hail tush windshield? Possibly. I haven't tested that one out. Or just ran red light, yep. I mean, what are red lights? Red doesn't mean stop. Red means floor it, right? And a stop sign means beware. The stop signs in this game have a habit of slapping people. Oh, we do have a tornado warning on that system now. It's probably where that hook is. There was a point in this game where the lights were not working correctly. Like where they'd all be red at the same time, or they'd all be green at the same time. It was sort of funny. It's like, ah yes, all directions, go! Okay, so we turned down the paved road here. Oh, no, not this paved road, not this paved road. Hold on a moment. That's the ramp. We don't want a ramp. If you're just starting this game, don't off-road too much. The default vehicle you begin with doesn't have very good, it doesn't have very good horsepower. It's very easy to get stuck at the bottom of a hill. This vehicle has some degree of extra ability to go up hills. It's not totally an off-road vehicle. Grand Theft Auto logic, everything is road, yeah. There is an off-road vehicle. There's an off-road vehicle that you can get in this game, and it has really good off-road, apparently. It doesn't have very good fuel range, so I didn't bother with it, but I'm all about fuel range. Not wanting to fuel up frequently. So we are going through a little bit of hail, but not too much. Donnie, welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope your weekend is going fantastic so far. Oh, I keep seeing that in the feed, and I keep forgetting to update that. So in the background... Oh, where'd the hook go? Oh. Wait, is it traveling down the road? Interesting. Okay. Let's just do a bit of a turnaround then. Hopefully we'll have enough time to intercept. This appears to be going at a modest speed. Swimmingly? Excellent. That's good to see you as well. I'm glad to, like I said, streaming once a week sort of doesn't feel like enough streaming. I sort of do it during the summer just because of heat, which we have not been getting. Our heat has been missing. Somebody decided to send it over to eastern areas. That is definitely not heading towards where I want to intercept. Things are pretty decent over here. Having had 3 thunderstorms in 1 week is pretty nice. I wouldn't mind more. I welcome these storms to visit. Our temperatures... Yeah, that might actually be partially why our temperatures are cold, because we've had so many thunderstorms, but... Okay, if we move up just a little here. If this tornado does not dissipate, because it looks like it's sort of roping out. Alabama? Oh. It still says tornado, but I don't see it. I do see a debris signature. So yeah, oh, never mind, it's gone. There we go. Bye-bye, tornado. You did hear me remarking the lack of a hook? Well, guess where it's probably going to redevelop? Down here. Okay, where is this moving? Oh, that is messy. I'm not sure if that hook's gonna stay there. It might require some time to redevelop, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna position ourselves sort of over here. Just gonna check for... Oh, was that wall cloud? No? Okay. I tried. 33 today. Oh my goodness. Wait, if that was Fahrenheit, what the heck? If that's Celsius, also what the heck? Was it the hook designed from the start? I think that's a new hook. I think the hook jumped on me. It did a jump. Which also is a very characteristic thing of a storm to do. It's still looking a little bit like a hook. It's a bit of a messy hook. But it's still looking like sort of a hook. Also, I am now going to put the target here. 91 Fahrenheit. Okay, that was in Celsius. That is some messed up heat. We were only at, we only hit 18 today. Celsius. So we were only in, like, the 60s. Actually, I'm not even sure that it hit 60. That might be upper 50s. Whoop! Let's not go past our target. We're going to stay around here. There's nothing developing right now. I keep looking back at my vehicle, like, oh, don't roll away on me. But they fixed that several updates ago, I'm pretty sure. I'll trade. I don't know. We have a low of 4 degrees. I don't think we're going to hit 4. We're probably going to hit like 5 or 6. We have a low pretty close to freezing. So like we're talking about low 40s, upper 30s, like ooh. Mosquitoes are turning. Oh, mosquitoes. Yep. I'd say that's one thing that's been really nice. We haven't had much. Well, okay, we haven't had much for mosquitoes locally. If we go near bodies of water, there's still plenty. We haven't had very many wasp. That's nice. Yellow jackets in particular. Yellow jackets are the wasp that I do not like. Yellow jackets and hornets. They're both very rude. Why do I have 9+ pings on my Discord? What the heck? Oh, wait. It counts personal messages. Okay. I will have to check that at some point. At some point. But I don't check Discord very often during streams. It does distract me. It distracts me and it changes what applications are on the foreground. Hold on. Let me alt-tab several times so I have the applications in the proper order now. There we go. Permanently have 9+ pings. Turns out none of mine were pings. They were all DMs. I guess DMs, pings, Discord sort of treats them the same. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to be surprised if we get anything. Oh. No, we still got a little bit of rotation near sort of a hook, but like I mentioned before, this is a very messy looking hook. Very popular. Oh, it's our volunteer team is currently like they're currently doing a stream too because there is some severe weather in northern Ontario that they're keeping an eye on. So it's probably most of it's probably related to that. Just eyeing the particularly interesting weather over there. Tell you what, while we wait for this storm to actually do something, by the way, we should probably keep an eye on this too. That's a hook. It's a pretty nice structure too. It still looks like a nice structure. Little bit of rotation, not much though. Not much yet. Haha, very funny, OBS. You're so silly. You're telling me out of memory, but my memory says 72%. You're hilarious. Oh my goodness. What a joke. Lamau. Alright. Okay, we're back. Thank goodness for disconnect protection. The Outbrk window is currently sort of broken, though, because of that. out of here. Send me to the correct scene. Thank you. Now the startup sequence is running again, which is just lovely. I'm just gonna close that. And close that. Chrome application error. You are an application error, Google Chrome. I'm telling you. Well, okay, that might be a subtle sign that it's time to change from Outbrk to a game that uses less resources. Let's take one last look at the map here. There's not even anything to chase in this scenario anyways. Nah, there's really like not much to chase here. Let's just turn around then, I guess. Taken out and dog. All right, sounds good, Donnie. See you in a bit.
Hello.
Game Machines, welcome on in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely time zone so far. We are about to... We are just heading back to the fuel station here. I think we are going to be changing games in just a bit here, because apparently OBS is pretending it's out of memory. And I'm going to guess it's a resource issue, I don't know. OBS is throwing up imaginary errors. My memory says 71%, so it's not out of memory. Alright, but you dread next week. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Almost 50% of the, I know almost 50% of the US and a good chunk of Europe have heat-related statements. Which is, not fun. Our weather is weird here. We're, like, stuck in the mild zone for weather. And the southwestern part of the prairie region is currently under a snowfall warning above 1,600 meters. But, oh my goodness. Yep, parts of Europe as well. It's ridiculous. Summer is definitely making itself known in some areas. Summer lost its way over here. We've got a low of 4 tonight. Or a low of upper 30s in the Fahrenheit scale. Oh, I think I have to restart Explorer too. I think Explorer sort of messed up when we had that little hiccup. Oh, Task Manager's not opening up correctly. Okay, where's Windows Explorer? There it is. I'm just going to hit restart on that. And that should fix some of the visual issues that we're experiencing, or that I'm experiencing here. Here in Ohio. Heat advisory until Tuesday. Oh. My goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of areas right now currently under heat statements. It's not fun. Especially if you're near big bodies of water. Oh, an ad. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the ads are beginning to roll out. I'll be right tush. Okay. Okay, sectoral captain. Whatever you say. Technically, the sectoral captain would be getting hit by ads too. I don't think the bot account has ad immunity. Except it's a bot, so it's not actually viewing the stream, so... Yeah, I guess not. Okay, so we didn't get any intercepts because this was not the best scenario. We got a little bit of something. We got a tornado picture or two. I think this is a good time to change to to nukes. Change to get some nukes in. Plus, I can run my VTuber while we're playing nukes. Now, again, Outbrk here is... they'll be undergoing a optimization update. Not sure when, but it sounds like they're getting pretty close to being able to deploy it. I don't know what the QA process is, but apparently they're in the final stage of testing. So once they're past that, it sounds like they'll be able to begin the process of distributing it. Oh. How do I select the button? Is it gonna let me select the button? I can't even press the confirm button right now because it's a little messed up right. Okay, where is the confirm button actually located? Oh, I could find it. Oh, there we go. I pressed spacebar. Oh my goodness. Welcome back from ads. Hold on. We have a buggy window here, and I'd like to find out what it is so I can get rid of it. It is not that window, and it is not that window. I do have to restart the audio. Okay, we should be back on the audio manager side of things. Oh, was the audio? Nope. There's still a buggy window currently on my main monitor, and I don't know what it is. Let me see here. Wonder if it has something to do with Steam. Well, let me restart Steam, and I'm going to see if that window goes away. It has not gone away. Okay. We'll start Steam back up then. That window is something else. Let's see if restarting the audio driver gets rid of it. Sorry, audio driver. What am I talking about? No, it does not. But yeah, they're like 50% of the U.S. under heat advisories are at somewhere around there. Why are there so many OBS browser page.exes running? Oh, hey, the window is gone now. What the heck? Okay, well, I don't know what that was about, but whatever it is now gone.
Like that?